Is anybody ready for our next beer?
Shit, yeah, bitch.
I'm always ready for our next beer.
All right, so our next beer is by one of my favorite breweries, Revolution Brewing.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is West Coast Hero, a double dry hopped IPA. Ooh. And I got it because I'm a fucking nerd.
Gay.
So, if y'all watched last week's episode, Blake brought that Voltron beer, and that definitely,
tweaked his nipples.
Tweaked my nipples, lit me up, because, fucking robots. This one, the West Coast Hero, we've got a transformer. Looks like it turns in like a VW bus or something with a guitar and a hop for a head holding a surfboard. And, Revolution Brewing is out of Chicago.
They should have the transformed version of it, on the other side of the can. I'm really disappointed that they don't. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Sweet. It's really tiny with the...
It's like a little hippie van kind of guy.
I want a van. I want to van life it. When my kids move out, I'm just going to fucking van life it.
That sounds badass, and I want to go with you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man,
I was thinking about me van lifing it today, because, you could seriously get, a remote job. I wouldn't even give a shit if it paid $15 an hour. You could live in a fucking van for $15 an hour. What are you doing?
Yeah,
suck it up, dude.
I mean,
put your mouth around it and blow. Put your mouth around it and suck.
I mean, you got to pay insurance and gas and,
the vehicle payment, if you have the payment.
Yeah, that too.
And just so let's just say your payment would be even $400 a month, and your insurance, just put it at $100 a month, and you don't have to drive any place. You don't have to. Gas would be go to the grocery store and that's it.
So
you're not driving to work.
So I haven't even looked if they list the hops on this, but I can tell you there's Citra just by the smell.
Oh yeah.
Because I put Citra in the stuff I brewed the other day, and I am smelling Citra hops.
It's really great. I tried to smell it, but I just
fruity from here.
Stuck my nose on the microphone, thinking I could smell it through the microphone. I guess.
I feel like it smells fruity.
It smells hoppy.
There's a hell of a lot of head on this.
It smells like I would smoke it instead of drink it.
Ah, yes. Not good. So it's going to be dank as fuck. And
that's right.
Not going to be something we like.
Dude.
It is very, dark, regular beer color, a darker.
Mm-hmm. Dark.
Amber-colored beer, maybe.
Fucking,
almost.
You know that one thing? What we call it? Dehydrated pee?
Yeah, it looks like dehydrated pee.
Just says
it was filled June 8th, so it's really fucking fresh.
So it says classic West Coast style IPA, 1 pint.
Watch there be no Citra hops in it.
Another 8%er, and it does not actually list the hops on the can.
Right, so let's look it up and laugh at Ron when he's wrong.
You've been
wrong.
Abuse Ron. Let's abuse Ron today.
Revolution Brewing, what's it called?
West Coast Hero.
Oh, yeah, it does smell like Citra, and it does smell like hops. See,
I'm going today for themes or variety and flavors, because we've done a lot of, instead of having one style, last week we had a bunch of pretty similar styles. I'm going to do just a variety pack,
I feel like this tastes like any other IPA I've ever had.
Yeah,
it's got that fruity, citrusy kind of, pineapple-y kind of taste to it.
Yeah.
And
it's got them all.
Maybe.
It's got them all?
Pretty much.
It's kind of smooth, though. It's, not as dank as I would have thought by the smell.
It's got the Simcoe Centennial Cascade, Amarillo, and Citra is what it says. That's the style guide on...
okay.
Oh, shit. What's it called? The stupid one that we always put our stuff on, Untappd.
Untappd? Okay.
I feel like it has a floral.
But how does somebody fucking know that?
Like a floral taste.
Maybe the brewer put it up there?
Maybe they could have.
All I know is that you said it's got, was it Citra, Amarillo, and then 2 others?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny because the smoked mango habanero porter that I started last week, or 4th of July week, rather.
Looking forward to that.
It has Amarillo and Citra.
Hell yeah.
Because I was looking for something that would complement the mango, and something that would bring out a little bit of the heat from the hob.
Very, very exciting.
I did a check on that stuff. I did a test poll on it, and I think the fermentation's about done. The fermentation it started off at... on the gravity meter 105, and it's down to 101, almost 1. So 0 would be water. So it's getting pretty damn close to getting where I want it. It's going to be, currently it's sitting at about 5.5%, 5.25, give or take. It just needs to sit there and age a little bit and build up a little bit of profile.
That's pretty, oh, wow, my God. So anyway, not to interrupt, but so this Revolution Brewing has, like, I don't know if it's part of a line, but they use the word hero in a lot of their brews. I think one of them sounded really good. But I did come across the Rye Way to Heaven. It's obviously a rye wine beer, and it's 15%. That would probably be
Oh, nice.
good.
Sounds good.
Almost maybe too strong. But I also like it the fact that they use fist a lot. And so one of them is called Double Fist. They have one called Fistmas, which is really, it just like sounds so fucking
Well, like
perverted.
you've seen their
I
can.
think we've had some of their heroes before.
I think
maybe.
we
Like
have.
you've seen their logo, right? It's like,
It's
you
a
know, a
fist.
star with a fist in it.
Right.
So that's fitting the theme.
But this one sounds like I would definitely want to try it. So Jukebox Hero. It is a black IPA, Cascadian Dark Ale. I would definitely try that. 7.5%. They got one called Straight Jacket. That's just a barley wine. Let's see. One called Freedom of Speech. Obviously, it's SPEACH. It's a fruited sour. That would be like a good peach one.
So for those that are not aware, Revolution's out of Chicago, and they're pretty big guys, but were they independent or were they owned by Anheuser? I can't remember at this point.
I thought they were independent.
No, Goose Island is owned by Anheuser. I think they're independent. Okay.
So yes, that would be true. So they also have a one. It's a Rosa Hibiscus Ale, and it's a spice herb beer. That sounds fucking good.
See, this one right here,
I need to go to their brewery and just fucking drink a lot.
Sounds nice.
I'm in.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we'd have to go back to Chicago, but you know.
Right. I mean, it wouldn't be so
Chicago.
busy that day. I'd definitely go when there's nothing going on.
But we'd still call it Chicago, right?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. I told you guys, and you probably saw my Facebook
Ooh,
post.
That's not so bad. It's kind of dank.
Well, it's an
I'm not
IPA.
getting the dank. I don't feel like it's
This
dank.
it's not as dank as I thought it would be, but it's dankish.
See, this one for me feels like it's about perfect for kind of today. It's one of those, like, if you get it cold as shit, it's a hot, sweaty day beer.
It would be good. It kind of makes me want to smoke weed though,
Like, I feel like
because
for
of the
me,
smell.
this is one of those, if I'm sitting in the garage working on the motorcycle, fighting with something, fighting with my car, working on something, I just want something that I'm going to throw back fast and hard. That's what this is. And throwing this one back fast and hard because it's 8% is going to get you there, you know?
I still say, I think it's funny that it makes me want to smoke
Oh.
weed because that shit gives me panic attacks
one
and I
that
don't like
I've-
to smoke.
That really good one I brought last time, the grape and blueberry, was Revolution Brewing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Completely forgot that.
that's so fucking funny.
Let's see, we had a
That was
peanut-
like one of my favorites that we've ever had. It was
Same.
really fucking good.
I was gonna go back and get some more of them, but I just never did.
Hell
Peanut
yeah.
Butter Eugene, Repo Man, Vanilla Death, and Death Star. Okay, it's the Deaths is what I was thinking
I'll
of.
say we definitely had the Death Star. I picked that up because Star Wars themed shit, because that nerd in me.
Death Star.
Gay.
Yep.
I like Ron's gayness. It's really not gay.
Yeah, I like Ron's nerdiness.
It's more nerdy, but I like to call it gay.
Yeah.
It's
On
alright.
that same
It's
topic,
definitely gay.
I was scrolling through my Facebook time hop
On
today.
that topic.
No, like seriously. I was scrolling through my Facebook time hop today, and a couple years ago I saw it. Somebody had taken a He-Man castle, like the vintage toy,
Yes, that'd be so awesome.
and they had like a kegerator, and so the He-Man Castle Grayskull, for those that aren't 40 and old and dumb, He-Man had a toy. It was the castle where he gets his powers.
And it was a skull on the front.
The castle was a skull, and somebody had taken the Castle Grayskull set, probably a ruined one, hard to tell, and they drilled 2 holes in the eye sockets and ran 2 taps through it for a kegerator. And, it was the Castle of Grayskull, and then, you just pull your tab and you get your beer. And I was sitting there going, holy shit, that would be fucking amazing. Because I am very strongly thinking about getting a kegerator or some kind of setup for the smoked mango beer and kegging it, because I've got 6 gallons of that shit, and 6 gallons worth of bottling will take for goddamn ever. If I put it in a keg, I can keep it fresher and feel like there's less work and less air getting to it, and I could still, bottle about a gallon of it.
I feel like it would be really awesome to do that in a Castle of Grayskull. But they have like 2 taps. I feel like it should only have one. One per thing. And you would have like the Castle of Grayskull. You could have the
Barbie Dream House.
that too. I wasn't thinking that, but what I was actually thinking was
I feel like the Barbie Dream House-
Ghostbusters.
I feel like
The Ghostbusters
That would be
building.
sweet.
I feel like the Barbie Dream House just needs to have like pink Chardonnay coming out of it or something.
You could brew a
You
wine
get like
or something.
a strawberry beer or like a pink beer. We've had beers that are almost pink before.
Right.
Or like the things that has pockets, like something that's
Right,
brewed by
yeah.
women.
True. True.
Or what's the other?
Which if Ron
What are
brews it, it
those-
would be brewed by a woman.
What are those people called?
Oh,
The
you.
little people or something?
Oh yeah.
You get those little houses, like they had that cool tree house that I used to have when I was
Yeah.
a kid. You can do
That would be cool.
I don't know. But I don't know. I've got a Castle Grayskull somewhere from when I was a kid. And I was thinking I could do that, but do I really want to butcher my own toy? But in the same breath,
No, quit being a pussy.
mine's pretty
Probably
fucked up.
not.
So
Oh, you have
If it is
one.
fucked
yeah,
up,
Gotcha.
I
yeah.
do have one.
If
I
it's
thought you
not
meant-
in good condition, then
Right. I thought
Yeah.
you meant like buying one. If I buy one, do I want to butcher my own toy? It's like, shut up, you're buying
No,
it for
like
it.
one from I
I mean,
had
if
when I
it's
was a
worth
kid.
something.
Right. I feel-
Not in the condition it's in.
I'm say if it's worth money, I wouldn't fuck it up. But you know,
Things aren't worth money these days, though. Is the only thing, because it's the internet killed that. You know, you go someplace and see it, but I'm looking all over for one of these. Be like, oh, there's one right here right now for $200. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh, fucking 150, 125, like fucking $25, and it doesn't look that bad. Sure.
So, like my toy collector buddy Tim and I, there's been a big toy show in over in Xenia. They have one in the spring and one in the fall.
that sounds awesome.
And man, like we've gone there 2 times, 3 times now, and you can definitely tell Mr. Tim is an adult man with no children and all money, because the amount of stuff he buys there just blows my mind. And I'm just sitting here looking at things and going, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that, and I look at my bank account going,
Blows your mind, or it tweaks your nipples?
no, it blows my mind the
Oh,
shit he
okay.
buys. Like,
Yeah, it blows his nipples.
Yeah.
dude, he so his like next one of his next goals is to buy the GI Joe USS flag.
Oh, nice.
In 1980s money, when they released it, it was almost $200.
Damn.
The thing's
Christ.
like fucking 3 or 4 feet long on the floor. It's a complete aircraft carrier. And he was sitting there talking about wanting to buy that. He bought a Cobra Terror drone when we were there for a couple $100, and I'm just like, good lord, man.
Do you guys play with your toys, or do they just like hang out up on a shelf or something?
I mean, I bring them to work and I fiddle with them when I'm trying to like figure out a hard problem and I need to distract my brain.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I get that.
Him, I think they just sit in boxes in his basement. He's got a big setup down there, but I've only seen it a time or two. The problem is he's got more stuff than he's got house.
$200 in 1980 is worth $738.17 today.
Holy shit, boys.
Yeah, that was for the fucking rich kids back in the day.
Fucking
that
cunts.
was not us.
That wasn't
like,
even me.
Like the USS Flag was a big enough toy aircraft carrier that the G.I. Joe full-size jets that were, like this fucking big wouldn't be able to land on it and shit. And they
Right.
could park a couple of them.
So, like, I was always called the rich kid by Larry and all his friends because I had cable growing up.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought you were the rich
I
kid too,
was- I
Ken.
don't feel like
Dude,
it was-
like you're like
my parents did have
I don't
money.
have anything, and I'm like, dude, you have like so much more than I have. Like you have all the name brand shit. I did have a lot of stuff though. I guess.
I almost think I didn't have cool shit. I really didn't.
I feel like you had cooler stuff than me. Like you went to the mall to shop, and I was
I
like, I
did.
could get like maybe like one thing from the mall, and that was it.
And I had name brand shoes. That was pretty much it.
What is this?
I missed.
He fucking. I would get name brand shoes, and then when I was older, when I was a teen, I would get like some stuff from the mall and shit, name brand clothes. But it wasn't even like name brand clothes. It was shit at the mall that was like different name brand. It wasn't like stuff that everybody was wearing. It
Differently
was
name brand.
but it was
But it was
they
stuff
were all
that
name
It
brand.
was shit that you saw in magazines though. Like you'd like look at
The
17
Buckle and
magazine
stuff like
and,
that.
Like, what
That's-
is
You're
this?
talking about like fucking cable and shit. My grandparents, they got cable TV. Like I swear to God, as soon as it was a thing, and it was just like this amazing thing. We'd like go to their house to watch cable TV
That's
for
funny.
fucking ever. And then when my parents got it, we're just like, wow. And then it was like, why don't you have the same channels as Grandma and Grandpa? Yeah, we're paying for the basic package.
That's funny.
My parents didn't get cable until I moved out of the house. assholes.
Fucking funny.
I love you.
I don't ever remember not having cable. I just thought like I had cable because we lived in town, like when I was real young, and I just thought that like most people out in the country didn't have cable because it wasn't run out
in
there.
the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably could have been like
some
that,
of that
a lot
like,
of times too.
but-
Though.
My grandparents on the other side, the farm ones, not the ones that lived, in town and all that, they had a satellite dish in the 80s.
Because
So-
that's what you had to have when you lived out in the country.
Yes.
That's
So
what
we're not
And it was
talking-
way more expensive than
So
cable,
we're
I believe.
not talking like, the little dishes that are like,
The fucking-
Dish Network dishes like this. No,
My
this was
neighbor has a huge dish like
This
that
is like-
still out in their
fucking
yard.
10 feet
10
in diameter.
10-foot
The ones
thing.
that I think are aliens.
You look at
Yes.
it now, like shit, you're going to be talking of like fucking Mars and shit with the damn thing.
Yeah.
And I remember when they stopped that kind of cable and they went to dish out there, it was the most ridiculous thing because they had this like huge pole put out in the field, out in the backyard. They had a big barnyard and it was out there, this huge pole. And then when they got rid of that satellite dish, they put a dish on it, and it was like
A teeny tiny dish
it was
on
like the most
fucking
ridiculous thing ever because the pole was probably like that big, like telephone pole size, bitch.
That's so fucking
and sitting
funny.
on top of just this little dish antenna. I'm like, that's just
great.
silly looking.
Do you remember my alien neighbor story? Like, they have a satellite dish outside their house, but, like, I would only see the guy outside in the middle of the night. Like, he would sit outside of his garage at night when it was dark, and I'm like, I never saw them during the day outside.
Take me to your leader.
And, like, they have, like, these, like, drain things coming up, and I'm like, that's their, like, escape route in case somebody tries to find them or whatever. And I, like, had this whole theory that
I
the
love
inside of their
that.
house is, like, Men in Black, kind of.
Is this like Invader Zim shit, where
Yeah.
like everything outside looks normal, but if you walk in, it's
Yes, it's
like
fucking
there's
ridiculous.
fake robot people, and there's actually aliens in the
Yes.
basement.
Yes, that's exactly what it is in there. It's like Men in Black. It's
That would be
exactly
great.
like that in their house. But like, and that's why they only sit outside at night, because they're like that one dude on Men in Black that's like all fucking weird and shit.
Yes.
That's what that guy's probably like.
Like Edgar, the fucking like dude, the alien in a people suit.
More
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah,
More
that guy.
sugar.
It's been
Yes.
a long time since I've watched that. I can't remember what his name was.
I love making up stories like that
Oh
for
my God,
people.
yeah.
But the funny thing is, could you imagine us back in the day had we like sat around and made that story up, and then like we would be watching for them to come
Oh,
inside?
we'd totally be looking in their windows. or
Shit, yeah,
something.
we would, and then we would be watching for them to we'd be watching for them to come outside though, and like if we watched them and like just spied on them enough, I feel like we would be ballsy enough to like go pull in the driveway, and then like, but we'd do it like strategically, like we would back in.
And that's how
I
they
feel
got
like-
abducted and anally probed.
I feel
but
like
they
we
kinda
would have
liked
tried to
it.
make friends with them or something.
Maybe, but I also feel like we would have like, okay, we wouldn't have pulled up to the driveway. Like, let's say if they were outside and it was closer to like where they could see us, like right outside, like we would pull up to the driveway with the window down, and then if they come walking towards us, like they noticed us, we would probably yell like, "Get in, we're doing butt stuff," and then we'd fucking peel out and.
And they'd be like, anal probe.
butt stuff, and they're like, "You want the small one or the big one?"
And then we'd be like, "Oh shit, they're fucking
oh
for
my
real."
God, oh my god! So like fucking the new Beavis and Butthead. You've been watching that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the one where it was Tom Anderson gets abducted? You haven't
I
seen
don't
that one
think
yet?
so.
Oh my god!
Is it like one of the newest?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. Don't
You-
talk about it because
Oh
I
my
don't want you
God.
fucking ruining it.
It's
Yeah, no spoilers, Ron.
Yeah, bitch.
it's the fucking best.
Ron is the worst about being a fucking spoiler, and you can tell him no spoilers, and he'll be like, "But then anyway, blah 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 blah."
It's
blah.
the fucking best.
the best because this happened, now
And-
I know the whole fucking episode.
Beavis,
right.
I'll just say,
Don't say anything,
Watch
or
it.
I will fucking kill you.
fucking watch it. Get on Paramount. Watch that shit.
That's right.
Missy, watch that shit. Let me know as soon as you watch it.
I will.
Watch that
I've been addicted to so through Paramount I bought Showtime because of the show Yellow Jackets.
I've never watched it.
It's really fucking awesome. You would have to spend
heard a lot of
$11 a month to be able to watch. There's 2 seasons, so it's like this soccer team of girls. Like, so the young girls are based in the 90s, so all of the music, the soundtrack for the shows are like fucking killer, and it's a lot of
sounds
girl band
awesome.
shit.
I thought you were talking about this the other day.
I was, and like these girls are on a soccer team, and they're flying out to nationals, and then their plane crashes in the woods, and so they're stuck out there for 19 months, and a whole lot of fucking drama and witchcraft shit happens.
So it's like Lord of the Rings, but for girls.
no, it's not
Or
like
not Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Flies.
Blair Witch Project.
somewhat. I would okay. So it's like what was I thinking? It was like, oh god, I can't fucking remember. It was like it has like the presence of American Horror Story, but not like the storyline, because like it's all one thing, you know. But I mean, like
has
that
the
could
vibe,
definitely
The vibe of American Horror
that
Story?
could have been a season for that. Like it could easily be something like that, but it's not twisted enough, I don't think. It's more like it would be more real life type, in a sense. Maybe some of the twistedness.
Like Black Mirror.
I've never watched Black Mirror.
Watch Black Mirror, dude. Seriously.
I've heard a lot of people liking that, but no, it's. I gotta remember what it's like. I couldn't fucking tell you what I was thinking that it was like. I don't know. It's just got a really good. It's a fucking. It's got a really weird feel. So it feels like Orange is the New Black.
Ah, okay.
So it's got that because of like that's how like the drama and twistedness goes within like the shows and stuff. But it's really cool because it shows them like as kids, you know, and then it shows what's happening in their adult life, and some shit's coming back at them, and some certain weird dramas taking place, and it's pretty addicting.
Sounds pretty cool.
I like stay up too late watching it, and then I'm like fucking miserable the next day, or else I just don't get up the next day, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do Uber late.
You were talking about that like hell to somebody the other day.
Francis, I
Okay.
forget why she just asked about something. She was talking about a show I think she was watching, and I was telling her how I had been watching that.
Okay.
That's what we did Sunday. I'm like, I know I like did something this weekend. I couldn't think of what I did this weekend.
Sunday,
fucking
you're
funny.
like, Sunday didn't exist, and I'm just like, Sunday, I was the meat master. I was the grill king.
He was the.
I slung
the
so
meat
many
sizzler.
wieners. I slung so many wieners.
He was the meat sizzler.
So, Francis' son, my not stepson, whatever you want to call him, is in visiting.
Oh, how cute! Ronald married. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, Francis doesn't want to get married ever.
Yeah, but
It's a trap. Don't do it. It's a trap.
It is a trap.
He's in the Air Force and he's stateside for the time being, and so she decided to throw this big ass party because no idea when he'll actually be back stateside again, and she invited like basically everyone that has known Travis ever, and
I don't know Travis.
I didn't know Travis
I
either.
still don't know Travis because I didn't even talk to him the whole time we were there.
I
yes,
said
but
hi
you
to
came
him.
for moral support and wieners.
Oral support. So that's why she had the wieners.
But there was at least 100 people that went through that damn house that day.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Didn't look like it. I think Ron's count is off by about 75.
I bet.
There was a lot of people in and out that didn't actually make it all the way in. The
That was a wink. Like, wink, aha.
So, I cooked 2 18-packs of burgers, 2 18-packs of hot dogs, 2 packs of brats, and there was next to nothing left.
People are fat when they go to those places.
Yeah, they are, and that was a...
That was the one thing I did not do because I grabbed a whole lot of other sides. But, you know, like, people will usually eat, like, 2 burgers and 2 hot dogs. When
I ate 2 hot dogs. That was all.
Yeah.
She put 2 wieners in her mouth.
I did. I put 2 of Ron's wieners in my mouth.
I would have really liked to see him, like, if you would have put the wieners in the same bun. And does that look natural to you? Your brother does that quite often. He takes pictures of that. Like, he'll put 2 hot dogs in a bun.
Does he?
When he grills. I've seen him do it, like, several
He likes
times
double
grilling
stuffing
out.
it. He likes
I've
double
never
stuffing
seen him
it.
do that.
Your brother likes
Like,
double stuffing.
have you ever watched Blades of Glory?
Yeah, it's been a long time ago.
Oh, because that's like part of one of the things because the 2 dudes are like skaters, a skater team, and it's like somebody has 2 hot dogs on a bun. He's like, "Does that look natural to you?" And that's what it's about.
Not good at all.
And, you know, maybe your brother's like I've seen him do it at least once. Maybe he's shared it several times, like as if it come up as a memory. But I've seen him that I've probably been at a cookout where he's done that.
Maybe.
Like, but it's
Stupid
always
brother.
funny because it makes me laugh every time.
So, normally I let Missy abuse me, but I feel like a little bit of Missy abuse because of another item on my Facebook time hop today. It was like 2018 plus now. There was a fucking Rob Zombie concert.
I saw that and I'm like, I don't ever even remember that
You would
fucking
not
concert.
remember that
I
fucking
remember that I
concert.
went there and I remember that I was drunk when I showed up.
She was fucking wasted. So, Rob Zombie had a show in Huber Heights, Ohio.
It was a good time,
at the
but a
Rose.
bad time.
It was a hell of a show. He was sitting there doing it, and like during the show, like midway through, he stopped was sitting there talking about the fucking hair arena.
I remember him talking about the hair
He
arena.
talked about a show that he did at the hair arena when he was first getting started.
I was
and how
probably at
crazy-
that show.
Right, I feel
was
like
at that show.
that's
But
so
he was sitting
funny.
there talking about that and how crazy it was and all this, and he's like, the reason we came here, this
Yes,
is
because he talked about playing with Monster Magnet is what he did. He
Yeah.
talked about playing with Monster
pretty
Magnet.
sure I was at
You
that
took me
show.
to that show. It was Monster Magnet and I can't remember who else.
Ron was at that show too.
We probably
That was,
barely
like,
knew him because
before
that was
we knew him,
it was the
probably.
beginning of our junior year
Oh,
because
yeah.
that fucking dude Terry
Yeah.
was
Oh,
there because he like
yeah.
you didn't know if you're gonna have an extra ticket and he was trying to take me and I was like fucking I'll go and I'll like show up and talk to you and I was gonna like just ignore him.
You guys like barely knew me. At best, you were like that fucking douchebag. Wrong. Fuck that guy. He's
Back in our class.
creepy fucking nerd guy.
A weird trench coat guy.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. But the whole thing of it is that show. The reason you don't remember it because I was like scrolling through the time hop. I didn't post it from the time hop. The dude. But there was a dude there in a kilt. You were so fucked up.
I was petting him.
You were petting him.
I was petting everybody.
She was petting him. She was standing on the seats like Larry was there babysitting her, and he just looked like absolutely like, oh my God, like just make it stop. Like I just remember like the dude had this hand tattoo. It was like the worst fucking hand tattoo ever because like
It was all fucking black from fingers to his elbow.
yeah.
Or at least mid-arm because he had some stripes on it and I asked him about it and then I don't remember why he did it.
He was just like, yeah, I just, the number one thing I remember from that dude that I remember actually hearing him say, because Missy kept petting him and just petting him, was like, can I just pet you and touch you? He's like, dude, are you on ecstasy?
Thought I was fucking tripping hard.
Yeah. That was a good fucking show. Rob Zombie's coming around here soon again, and I'm excited to do a repeat of that show. Maybe
I'm not gonna be trashed. I'm probably gonna stay sober.
she says this now.